Amigos de Más Lucha, un gran amigo que tenemos con nosotros hoy para platicar de noticias muy interesantes. Venimos hasta WWE para platicar con él. Jeff Jarrett, welcome to Mexico again.
Do I have to be nice to you today?
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
I'm never nice to you. No. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hall of Famer ring.
That's right. Watch out.
How you feel?
I don't throw tortillas. I throw Hall of Famer ring punches to you. No.
How you feel being back here in Mexico?
It's amazing. You know, I mean, I've been doing the media. I went to Imagine. I went to Fox Sports, Record, doing a lot of media. And as you know, I've come down here for many, many years. But to come down here for, you know, I didn't pack my wrestling boots. I didn't pack my gear. I have no tortillas on me, I promise. But no, for me to come back to Mexico City as a part of WWE Live, promoting it, it's really, I'm humbled, you know, as we were joking about the ring, but you know, coming back as a Hall of Famer with the WWE, promoting WWE Live at the beautiful venue, with Rey Mysterio coming home, and he's here. You know, me and Ray go back to the 90s. I've known each for over 20 years, and his storybook career and what he's done, and we had a conversation. I've told this story a couple times today. I had a conversation before I came down there. I told him, I said, how cool is it? And I said, it's almost like you're coming back home. And he goes, yeah. So it's a real good feeling.
It's different, not for wrestling this time, and be on that venue, on Arena Ciudad de Mexico that you know really, really, really good.
Yes. How different is it? Is that what you're? Yeah, it is, because you know, obviously in that arena, I've had Mega Campeon title matches. I have thrown out a few tortillas in that arena. But no, for me to come here and be a part of promoting an event, WWE, with all the stars, Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, The Fiend in a cage match. Yeah, as you know, a masked man in Mexico, and now the newly crowned Universal Champion. It's a really, really big. It's a super show. It's a big card.
With all those wrestlers and Cain Velasquez.
Yes.
Coming to Mexico.
And you know, we just had our show in Saudi Arabia last week, and for you know, not a retired heavyweight champion, but the current boxing heavyweight champion Tyson Fury is on the card, and then Cain. For him, you know, it goes without saying, his MMA track record. I think he holds the record for most knockouts, and so the status that he achieved in MMA. But now he stepped into the ring, and he's no stranger to it, and he's certainly no stranger to Mexico City being in the ring. But for him to be a part of the card, you know, Ray told me that Cain was super excited to be. You know, it goes without saying that AAA. The biggest promotion in Mexico, but you know, and I've run promotions as well. But the WWE is a global entity. Shows from India, China, Australia, all through Europe, all over the world. And for them to be coming here and Cain getting the opportunity, he's excited because, again, there's no place in the world like Mexico as it relates to professional wrestling. There's no place. I mean, the States has a long history as well, but you know, different countries around the world. Lucha Libre, over 100 years of history, and so it's really special to have Ray and Cain, and Humberto is a guy that is on the rise, and you know, Andrade, Sin Cara, just the list goes on. I can't remember a time. I got to ask you a question. Can you remember a time when there's so much heavily influenced Lucha Libre on the WWE rosters?
Right now, Mexican talent and Latin American talent are huge in WWE.
And I said rosters, plural. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Garza, you know that. You know, I know the Garza family well and got a lot of history there. So I really get excited watching Garza Jr. on NXT and Raul Mendoza. But you know, like we said, Sin Cara, we could go on and on. So it's a heavily influenced. And for Ray leading the charge, getting to come back home, and me, it's an honor for me to be able to promote the event.
You said Rey Mysterio, but right now, your opinion about Humberto Carrillo and Andrade? What's your opinion about them?
You know, again, I've been interviewed all day.
Yeah.
And gonna full day tomorrow as well. But somebody asked me about, do you think Humberto can be the next Eddie Guerrero?
Yeah.
And I went, you know, that's a good question. And I said, no, and here's why. There's only one Eddie Guerrero. But I will say this with all due respect, Humberto, the sky's the limit. There's only one Humberto. He has got tremendous potential. And I can't remember a guy to come on the scene and in his first couple appearances wrestle Seth Rollins, a top guy, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
He just had a match.
A crown jewel. And,
unbelievable. Won the Battle Royal and then for him to step in the ring. So yeah, it's the Mexican wrestlers on the WWE roster. The timing feels right for us to be having a show here and capped off, like I said, with a cage match and the Fiend. I'm excited.
How influenced it is right now, WWE, with Lucha Libre style?
Well, and you're asking a guy that, you know, before I came back to WWE, I not only was a wrestler, but as a promoter.
Yeah.
And it goes without saying that I've always, you know, maybe not my personal style, but I've, you know, you look at AJ Styles before he went to the WWE and certain styles, but I've always been a huge fan of the high-flying, non-stop action, so to speak. And so you can look at the in-ring action of all three rosters, from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and you can see Lucha Libre all throughout.
Right now, what is the big difference? You came back to WWE. What is the big difference that you find in WWE?
Yeah, that's the easy question to answer because it's so big. It is it's like I said, we run events just this year alone, all through South America, Australia 2 weeks ago, China.
Puerto Rico has
Puerto Rico, 14,000 fans. So yeah, shows all over the world. Fox broadcast, obviously we're on Fox Sports here in Mexico, but in the U.S. we're on the broadcast network. That's huge. NXT on Wednesday nights. So you can watch 7 hours of the WWE product in America. Obviously we're on Imagine here on Saturdays. We're on Fox Sports Fridays and Mondays and all throughout the week. So the exposure, and then the NXTs, you know, in UK, there's going to be different offices open up around the world. So the amount of talent that's out there, in my opinion, right now, wrestling has never been this healthy.
Right now, I have to make this question.
Oh boy, here we go.
How excited are Wednesdays on wrestling for the performance, for the companies? How exciting are right now?
You know, I always say that competition, no matter what. I mean, on any level, from school kids all the way up to grandpas. If you're competing, playing checkers against somebody, or you're on a schoolyard or in business, when there's competition out there, and so in this day and age, live TV, that's a huge driver of our industry, is that we create live content. We don't have seasons where we're on 7 or 8 months and we go home. We're 52 weeks a year. You know that as well as anybody. So the wrestling content here, but live content is very strong. So the live content being on Wednesday, 2 hours on one network, 2 hours on another, it makes everybody better.
For one person that know really well the business, coming for a successful part with TNA, successful part with GFW, and big part of that talent, it's right now in WWE. How you feel with Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, and all that talent that it's coming from another places that you know them very well? But
you know, and I've been asked this over the last couple of years. You know, I put the shoe on the other foot. I was very lucky to be able to promote AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and talent like that because they're the ones that did the hard work. They're the ones that showed up every night, worked hard, learned their craft. I got lucky to coach them or promote them or teach them or be friends with them and help guide them. But AJ, you know, his track record is unbelievable. He was a star for TNA for all those years. He went to Japan and was a huge star. Came to the WWE, became huge. Same for Samoa Joe. So Bobby Roode, Eric Young. There's a whole list of guys out there. But they all each individually get their credit. But for me, it makes makes me feel good. Proud moment.
Did you miss the boots, the gear? You miss it?
I wish I could hit you with a guitar right now.
No.
I do miss that. No. You know what? Never say never, but I'm very happy with my in-ring career. Especially being in this country, I've traveled all over the world. I had my most success outside of the U.S. here and Mega Campeon a couple of times. But no, I'm glad to be putting on my promoter's cap, and I enjoy it. I really do.
How WWE call? So Jeff Jarrett, what was the time that that you said, okay, I'm coming back to WWE? Now it's the moment that I'm coming back.
If I told you the story, you wouldn't believe it. No, but it all happened so fast because they said, hey, would you want to do a guest spot in the Royal Rumble? Those are always fun. I was actually off that weekend. I was working on a Saturday in Wisconsin, and I flew from there out there. And then it was just one thing that, the Hall of Fame was great. Came back, but then I went on about doing my work, and went back and did the Royal Rumble, and me and Vince had a couple of conversations, and the next thing you know, I'm back in the full grind, and I'm very excited. I've done touched on several different departments since I've been back. Right now, probably over the last 60 days, I've narrowed my focus, and I'm laser focused just on WWE Live, and that's right in my wheelhouse. I'm excited.
That ring, what does it mean to you?
It means a lot. In the fact that I was shocked. I was more surprised than you. We talked about it.
Yeah.
We talked. That's right. I forget that we've had conversations. I was more surprised than anybody, but it happened. I'm very grateful for Road Dogg to be the one to induct me. It was very, very special. Me and him have been. We've been on the highest of highs, and we've been together on some low lows. But for him to induct me, go in, it was a special class. At the end of the day, the ring does signify I did something good in my career outside of throwing tortillas to you.
or the singing.
There you go.
Or, you think that you're a good singer?
No. I know I'm a good singer. I don't think. I'm positive.
I know. November 30th.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great having back WWE here in Mexico City with a tremendous show, with a tremendous talent right now. I think it's for all the wrestling fans, for all the Lucha Libre fans, come to see what WWE has right now.
Yeah, and see, that's why Mexico is so different, because it goes without saying, it's AAA, CMLL, Crash. There's so many different, wrestling is in the culture here. And WWE, we only come once a year to Mexico City. And so the opportunity to come see it, and you know as well as anybody, you sit at ringside, you can watch it on TV. That's one thing. But being a part of it live and watching it and being there and experiencing it, whether it's with your father, grandfather, uncle, sister, brother, little sister, whatever it is, you have a few cocktails with your buddies, whatever the group that you go, experiencing it live, and that's the key word, you experience it. It's one thing, again, to watch a wrestling match, but to be there and experience it live, it goes without saying. In WWE, you get to see these stars larger than life every week on Imagine or Fox Sports or whatever it is, but to come out, it's very affordable. A lot of people say, oh, that ticket's too high. It's not. You check it out. There's price points for everybody, without question. And when you come, I can assure you, like Ray said, we're all family, but there won't be anybody disappointed if they come out. It will be it really will. It's a memory for a lifetime.
And for the Mexicans, you said it, Humberto, Rey Mysterio, Andrade. Right now with other parts, Raul Mendoza, Grand Metalik. There are growing Angel Garza.
Yes. You know the names as well as I
do. It's great right now. It's great with WWE and for Mexico and for the Mexican culture, the Lucha Libre culture.
Yes. And you forgot Cain.
Yeah.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah. Here is Cain, but it's Cain Velasquez.
No, it's Cain.
Cain Velasquez.
Cain.
Yeah.
See, I know my Spanish.
He did a tremendous job here, and all the crowd, I think, they know what Cain Velasquez bring to WWE.
Yes, fantastic athlete.
It's great to have you here, Jeff. Again, it's great to have a former champion here in Mexico, a former champion in the entire world, and it's great that you didn't bring tortillas this time.
Oh, come on. I got them. I got them for you. No pallet!
It's great. So for all the people that want to be November 30th, what did you say to all the Más Lucha people?
All the Más Lucha people, and look, I bet there's some people on Más Lucha that they don't like this Rudo, right?
No.
Yeah,
they love you.
They love you. No. It's the experience. To be there live on November 30th, it truly is. It's a life. We won't be back for another year, so it is a once in a lifetime. Yes, AAA and other organizations are here week in and week out. WWE is once a year. You don't want to miss it. And Ray, with everything that's happened in his career and where he's had a resurgence and his son and just everything that's going on. Ray, as I said, him getting the opportunity to come back home and see him live, this may be the last time we see Ray, quite frankly. So it truly is a great opportunity. Huge.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for having us.
You're always welcome.
One of our homes, of your homes,
That's
here
it.
in Mexico City.
I'm in Mexico City, right here at the WWE studios.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jeff Jarrett.
Thank you.
Siempre es un honor tener a una persona como lo es Jeff Jarrett con nosotros aquí en Más Lucha platicando nuevamente, y para que todo el público no se pierda este evento 30 de noviembre en la Arena Ciudad de México. WWE está de regreso y está con un evento en vivo con todas las figuras que hemos comentado. Va a estar The Fiend, va a haber una lucha en jaula, es decir que nadie se puede perder WWE en este regreso a México. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Gracias.
Siempre es un placer tenerlo aquí con nosotros y estén al pendiente de esta transmisión, suscríbanse al canal de Más Lucha y tenemos muchísima información para todos ustedes.